I had to learn this the hard way. Pride. Pride will kill you.
It will.
It'll eat you up.
Yeah.
It won't even let you sleep.
Go ahead, sir.
Pride won't even allow you to eat anything. You'll lose weight with pride. You'll become what we don't see. Y'all, I'm telling you, pride, this is what's happening in the world today. Pride. I don't have to listen to nobody. Pride. Nobody can tell me nothing. Pride. I don't have to listen to you. Who you think you are? Pride. Pride, Carmen, is killing America. Pride is killing the church. Everybody prideful.
Yes, it is, sir.
And you ready for this? One of the three things Satan tempts you with is the pride of life.
Yes. Yes.
Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life.
Amen. Amen.
The pride of life.
Yes.
So now you're in competition with your next door neighbor. Pride.
Yeah.
Now you got to get a new car because they got a new car knowing you can't afford it. Pride.
Wow.
It's true.
Let me keep up with the Joneses. Pride.
Wow.
Let me buy something on credit card because I really want it and I don't have the cash to get it. So let me use the credit card and pay it later, and you know you're not going to pay it later.
Wow.
Pride.
Wow.
Let me damage you. Let me damage you because before you get me, let me get you because I got pride.
Wow.
I'm going to hurt you because I'm hurt. Pride. Okay, y'all see, pride. So I'm gonna just get over on people because I'm prideful. I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. I don't want to admit that I'm flawed. I got it all together. Nobody has it all together. We're too busy judging people and looking at people, and you don't know the hell what people go through.
Go ahead, sir.
So now we're judgmental, Carmen. Now we're so judgmental. That's why nobody want to come to church. Nobody want to come to church. Watch this. One minute it was, you know what, we're cool. Let the people come in. Next minute we don't like it because they got tattoos. Which one is it?
Right.
Colored hair, piercings. Oh, y'all not going to say nothing to me? So prideful. It's pride.
Wow.
We want to be in charge of everything.
Everything.
Charge of everything. Want to be in charge of the money. Want to be in charge of the relationship. Want to be in charge of the kids. Because ready for this, we got the need to be needed.
Go ahead, sir.
And your need is hurting you.
Wow.
I'm done.
Good teaching.
That's good,
Good
sir.
teaching.
It's called pride, Chantel.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if we don't get out of pride, I would never forget.
Teach.
Watch this, Jose. Let me help y'all out. I would never forget. A couple years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, about 13, 14 years ago, I was going through a major divorce. Major divorce. And I was at church one Sunday with Pastor Cook, and he said this to me, Jose. My ex-wife done left, went down to Georgia. Amen. She probably watching. Went down to Georgia, and I thought the right thing was, I thought, not God, I thought that the right thing was to fight for my family. I thought, that's what I thought. Okay. So, Carmen, what happened was, Pastor Cook said to me, and he didn't have to say God said. Let me help y'all out.
Wow.
Because at that time, Jose, he's the voice of God for my life.
Right. Wow.
Okay, y'all see, we don't receive that because we need everybody to say God said. See, because where the Bible did, one of the prophets said, and God said.
Teach.
They said the Spirit of the Lord. He didn't say God said. He said, son, he said, don't go to Georgia. We'll get through this together. Pride kicked in. Who he think he is. I'm doing the right thing. I'm fighting for my family. But at the time, it wasn't the right thing because God didn't say so. God trumps all. Jose, see, this is too powerful for this over people's head. Because God trumps all. Yeah, it may be right in your eyes, may be wrong in God's eyes.
That's right.
Wow.
So I thought that fighting for my family was the right thing. So I totally ignored the man of God. Totally. I promise, totally.
Wow.
Packed my bags.
Wow.
Moved my Happy Hips down to Georgia. Watch this, Jose. Before I left Georgia, I was on fire for God.
Wow.
Serving Him.
Yeah.
Traveling. Reading. I was doing everything. Boy, I was on fire for God. In church every Sunday. In Bible study. Going to services. Going to revivals. Right there, when I say on fire, I mean on fire. Get down to Georgia. My fire went out. Fire went out. Started drinking. Oh, y'all not gonna, ooh, look at y'all faces. Started drinking. Started doing stuff that I wouldn't do if I would have stayed. Because when I was up here, I had accountability. Okay, y'all don't like that. I had accountability up here. But when I got to Atlanta, nobody was holding me accountable. So I started doing stuff that wasn't right in God's eyes. So I started drinking, selling weed, going back to the streets. I started doing stuff because I ignored God. Watch this. You ready for this, Susie? So 2 years I was down in Georgia. Okay, let me testify. 2 years I was down in Georgia and God said nothing to me. Going to churches, sitting there, nothing. Going to churches, still doing what I was doing out in the streets, clubbing, partying. I was getting so drunk. Oh, look at y'all faces. Struggling in Georgia. 2 years. Want to know why? Because I totally ignored God. The man of God said, don't go down to Georgia, and we'll get through this together.
Wow.
God said nothing. Now, next thing you know, watch this. Fighting for my family, and it still didn't work. God ain't wanted to work. God knew what He was doing. Staying in Georgia 2 years, got homeless. Got homeless, sleeping in the back of my friend's car that I met down in Georgia. Washing up at the QT. Watch this. I would go by hotel rooms. Watch this. I would go by hotel rooms and watch the people that came out the room that didn't stay that night, and I would put something by the door to keep the door open so I could sneak back in the room. Y'all not going to say nothing up in here, I'm telling you. Sneaking in the hotel rooms, calling back to my mom and dad, send me $50, and my brothers sent me $50 because I was hard-headed. The older brother. The man of God. The preacher. At that time, I was a minister. Minister McComb. But you ready for this? I found myself like the boy that took his inheritance and went down to a city, and now I'm with pigs.
Jesus.
Want to know why, Rodney? Because of pride. I wanted to have it my way. Wanted to do it my way. I don't need accountability. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. Yeah, and I found myself struggling, DeAndre. 2 years. God didn't say nothing to me. Got an unemployment check. That was gone the next day.
Wow.
Got kicked out of. Then I finally got an apartment.
Teach, help.
Finally got an apartment. Ready for this? Got with a girl down there. Y'all not going to say nothing. Still married.
Teach.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, y'all not going to like that. I was still married. I didn't get a divorce yet. So we can stop all that nonsense. Stop all that. I was still married. I didn't get a divorce. So in the eyesight of God, I'm still married.
That's right.
Teach, sir.
Got with this crazy girl. Crazy. When I say crazy, crazy. Next thing you know, the clothes I went down with, she bleached all of it.
Wow. Lord, have mercy.
So now I got one outfit, hanging out, chilling, sleeping outside.
Wow. Help, sir.
Oh, let me testify.
Testify, sir.
That's why I don't understand why people complain about Pastor McComb now. Because you don't know the hell I went through to get to what I got. See, that's why I understand. I used to go with that. I came to Kingston with one outfit.
Go ahead, sir.
Lord, have mercy.
I'm telling you, Jose, what I'm talking about. I'm telling you about pride.
Wow.
I don't gonna share my testimony because I don't want nobody to go through what I had to go through.
Help, sir. Help.
Get down there. Watch this. Started doing crazy stuff.
Wow.
Drinking. I would drink every day. Watch this. I would drink Monday through Sunday.
Wow.
Old English, 22 ounce.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Every day.
Yeah.
Crystal, when I say every day, number one, the reason why I was doing it because I was hurt.
That's right. That's right.
Lord have mercy. And the only way I know that I can fulfill this void is a bottle.
Yes.
Okay, y'all not going to say nothing. Your addiction may not be the bottle, but your addiction may be something else.
Yes. Yes.
So drinking, Susie, drinking. I don't know why God got me going this way today.
Go ahead, sir.
Drinking. A million when I tell you I was struggling. When I say struggling, I mean struggling. So I finally started filling out applications for jobs. Got a job, had a job at a mattress company, but I didn't have a place to stay.
Right.
So I was to close the building. I would sleep in the back of the warehouse
Wow.
on a cold mattress, and then wake up with my one outfit
Wow.
and open the store like I left.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, y'all not gonna say nothing to me.
Yes, sir.
I did that for about a month. Cup of noodles. I would go get cup of noodles, go to QT. My parents would send me a little dimes, money here and there. I would go buy a cup of noodles and put them in the microwave in the store. Walk over to the mattress place and go in there and just sit
Wow.
and saying, God, why me?
Wow.
And God knows exactly why me because I ignored everything that he said.
Right. Right.
Watch this, Carmen. I finally got a little apartment, saved my little money. Got a little apartment. Watch this. So I'm in an apartment and I'm going through. Crystal, when I tell you I'm going through, I'm like, God, why am I in this position? Got a little apartment and still going through. So stuff don't accumulate to happiness.
Right.
Stuff don't mean you got joy.
Amen.
Right.
In the apartment,
Yes,
Susie.
sir.
In the apartment, Susie. And I would never forget. I would never forget this as long as I live. I went to the store and I had $2. I went and bought razor blades. I'm telling you.
Pizza.
The pastor you see here now almost committed suicide. Was in my little apartment. I had a razor about to slice my wrist.
Jesus.
Oh, y'all not there.
Lord,
Y'all.
have mercy.
About to take myself out because I don't know how I ended up here. I just left New York doing my thing. Okay, y'all looking at me crazy. Making $100 grand a year. I was making $100 grand a year, but how so quickly it went?
Wow. 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 Wow.
Because of pride.
Wow.
That there, about to slice my wrist. Then my phone rang. My phone rang. Before then, the day before then, I called Prophet Kevin Harris, a person I served underneath Cook. But actually, I called a lot of people I served underneath Cook. He's the only one that called me back.
Wow.
Watch this. So I had the razor blade, and I was about to slice my wrist. My phone rang.
Pizza. Come on, sir.
My phone rang. I answered the phone. He said, this is Dasan? I said, yes. He said, this is Prophet Kevin Harris. My secretary told me that you called. I said, Prophet Kevin Harris, do you remember me? I'm the one that served you with Apostle Andre Cook. He said, absolutely, I remember you because I wanted a person just like you.
Wow. Teach.
Let me tell you how God will get you back in purpose.
Teach.
He said, what are you doing this weekend? I said, nothing. This is the destiny moment. Y'all better catch this. Crystal, this is the destiny moment. He said, meet me. He said, meet me in Chicago. At Chicago? I ain't got no money.
Wow.
I got one outfit. Meet you in Chicago. First of all, I ain't got no plane ticket. What do you mean, meet you in Chicago? I called back my parents. Now, at the time, Georgia took my ID, my New York ID, because back then, they would take your ID from another state. They would take it. Okay, y'all not gonna say that. They took my ID, so I couldn't get on no plane because I had no ID. So in order for me to get a Georgia ID, I'm testifying up in here. In order for me to get a Georgia ID, I had to go back to DMV in Georgia. I had to have my mom send my birth certificate, and then I could get ID. First of all, I quit my job. Okay, y'all not gonna say that. In the middle of all this, I quit my job, don't have no money, and he told me I'd fly to Chicago.
Wow.
How you gonna do this?
Wow.
Watch this.
Lord, have mercy.
Ready for this, Susie? So now this is a destiny moment. Like I was about to commit suicide. This is a destiny moment.
Teach.
I said, okay, I'm going to Chicago. I gotta get out of here. Because if I don't get out of here, I kill myself.
Wow.
If I don't get out of Georgia, I'm gonna kill myself.
Wow.
Watch this, Susie. Lord have mercy. So I get my ID. I don't know why I'm testifying today. I get my ID. Watch this. My mom sent me my birth certificate. So now I'm at the DMV, DeAndre. I'm at the DMV, no money in my pocket. But I'm believing God.
Wow.
How are you gonna believe God now that you left him?
Teach.
Okay, yeah, I'm believing God now. So I get to the front. I get my birth certificate, and they say to me, that'll be $50, please. And I'm looking at them. I pause. I said, ma'am, I don't have the $50. So the lady next door that was working on her license, she walked around and said, I'll take care of it.
Wow. Lord, have mercy.
Watch this, Jose. Well, she said, I'll take care of it. So now I get my license, but at that time, you don't get it right away. They give you a paper copy. Okay, yeah, they give you a paper copy. So I said, okay, I got to get to this airport. I don't have no money for a flight. I don't have money. I don't even have money to get to the airport because where I live in Atlanta, that little apartment I had, and it was little. I couldn't get to the airport. It was like an hour.
Wow.
Watch this. So, this was a Friday. I was supposed to get on a plane on Saturday. Ready for this Friday? So Friday, I checked my mailbox. It just so happened it's my last check from the mattress place. Destiny moment.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
The flight was $350. My check was $365.
Wow. Wow.
What's this? So I took a cab to the flight and I told the guy I only have $15. He said that'll do.
Wow.
So the flight's $350. I had the $350 and I gave him the $315. I gave him $15. That's $365.
Wow.
Watch this right there. So I goes up to the flight attendant with the paper. Now, when you have the paper, they're not gonna let you on a flight.
Right.
You need to have the.
The real license. You have to pay.
Thank you, Crystal. You need to have the picture. I didn't have no picture. They ain't. I had no other ID. I had the paper. I went up. Lord have mercy. I went up to the lady at the flight.
Wow.
I said, my name is Dasal McComb. I'm paying for a flight to go to Chicago. She said, $350. I said, oh, yeah, ma'am, I got the $350. ID, please. Here you go, ma'am. She looks at it. Give me one moment. I said, God, I ain't going to be able to get on this flight. I done paid $15 for the cab because the cab gone. So I'm going to get back. If I don't get on this flight, how am I going to get back?
That's right.
I paid the lady, gave her the money first. ID, please. So she goes in the back. She said, you know, we talked to our manager. And we're going to let you on a flight.
Wow. What a mercy.
Watch this.
Wow.
I get to Chicago. I'm in the airport. No sight of Kevin Harris and no sight of him. Kevin Harris calls me. I had a little white phone. It's still at my house. Remember that little phone?
Yeah, that remote.
That little remote phone I had? Little phone. Watch this, Susie. I'm gonna help y'all. Let me show you. Because God, the only reason why I'm saying this, because watch this. If you fall back in love with God, He'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Watch this. So I made it up in my mind to follow destiny moment. Watch this, Amelia. So Prophet Kevin Harris said, Pastor Cole, you got to get to the hotel. I don't have the money. How am I going to get to the hotel? I don't have no money. He said, you know what, Pastor Cole, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call a car service, and they're going to pick you up, but I'm going to pay for it. I said, okay, get to the hotel. Watch this, guys. I get to the hotel. I walk in the room. There's 3 suits laid out for me.
Wow. Wow.
Black, blue, and gray.
Wow.
42 long, my size.
Wow. Wow.
I said, God, this is you.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
Served Prophet Kevin Harris for them days.
Yes.
I'm back in purpose.
Wow. Back in purpose. Wow.
I'm back in purpose. So what got me out was purpose. What got me in was purpose. And what got me out was purpose.
Wow.
I'm back in purpose. I'm done. Watch this.
Jesus.
I served him for the time we was in Chicago. And he says to me, he's going back to the hotel, and he says to me, he said, what you going to do? Are you going to go back to Georgia?
Wow.
Or are you going to come with me back to Virginia?
Wow.
Destiny moment.
Yeah.
Destiny decision.
Good
Do I go back to the place where
Wow.
I was damaged,
Yeah.
Pigpen,
Yeah. Big
or
pen.
go somewhere else
Yeah.
where I could get some more accountability?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I said, Prophet Kevin Harris, I'm going back to Virginia. I made the right choice.
Right. Wow.
I get back to Virginia,
Wow.
and I'm done.
Good story.
I get back to Virginia, 2 years of not hearing God. 2 years of not hearing God. Even with Prophet Kevin Harris, I never heard God.
Wow.
God wasn't speaking to me.
Wow.
God was just done with me.
Wow.
I thought he was done with me.
Wow.
Prophet Kevin Harris, I started serving him. And he can attest to this. I started serving him. He would go to dialysis because he had a bad kidney. He would go to dialysis. I would wake up every 5 o'clock in the morning and serve him. I would bathe him. I would get him dressed. Y'all see, y'all don't know about this. See, serving.
Right.
Get up in the car, take him out. Watch this. I was in bed one night,
Wow.
and God said, he finally spoke to me after 2 years.
Teach up.
He said, go back to Kingston, New York, and start your church.
Wow.
I said, I am comfortable.
That's right.
I just left Georgia.
Yeah, for real.
And I got my own room and my own bed. And I got shoes. I got 3 suits. I got little jeans.
That's Lord.
And Prophet Kevin Harris has got me room and board.
My God.
I ain't got to pay no rent.
Wow, wow, wow.
I ain't going back to no Kingston and start no church.
Right.
Because I'm comfortable. Okay, see, y'all got to know. See, that's why I know when people start running their mouth, I didn't really want this.
Right.
I don't want this.
Right.
Comfortable. I'm very comfortable. I'm good now. I got a job at a bank. So I'm even more better.
Right.
Making good money at the bank.
Wow.
Was sleeping one night. God said, go start your church of Kingston. I said,
No.
No.
Not right now.
Wait, not right now. I'm all right. Went to bed the second night. I said, go start your church of Kingston.
Wow. Teach.
Okay, how about you talk?
Teach.
I ignored all of that.
Teach.
The third night, I heard his audible voice.
Wow.
Now I'm a little scared.
Wow.
Heard it. I actually heard God speak to me. That's how I know. When people, I know I hear God.
Wow. Teach something.
I heard his audible voice. He said, and it sounded like,
Wow.
it actually sounded like a grown man, like,
Right.
or like it was forceful, and it scared me. I said, I said, go to Kingston and start your church.
Lord have mercy.
I said, this is what I said. I said, God,
God.
you got my attention.
Lord have mercy.
Woke up in the morning, went back to bed. That's the first time in 2 years I really got rest.
Wow.
Got up, went into the room, Prophet Kevin Harris. I said, Prophet Kevin Harris, I'm so sorry, but the Lord told me to go back to Kingston and start a church. He said, obey God.
Wow.
I called my mom down here.
Wow.
I said, Mom, your son's coming home to start New Beginnings Church.
Wow.
Ready for this, Carmen? My mom said, obey God. Said the same thing Prophet Kevin Harris said, and they didn't talk to each other.
Wow.
I called my brother Hassan. Y'all know Hassan. I called my brother Hassan. I said, Hassan, the brother's coming back to Kingston to start a church. Hassan said, obey God.
Wow.
3 voices
Wow.
said the same thing and didn't talk to each other.
Right.
Watch this. I got up, came back to Kingston. I'm done. This. Got back, came back to Kingston.
Helping me, sir.
Came back to Kingston with the 3 suits. I will wear suits every day on it.
Yeah.
Dressed up.
Yeah.
He's like, where you going? Just dressed up.
Yeah.
God knew where I was going.
Right. Right. Right.
Watch this, Carmen. I set out to start New Beginnings Church.
Wow.
You ready for this? From that day on.
Wow.
From that experience in Atlanta, taught me one lesson.
Wow.
Get your pride out the way.
Right off the way.